News.com has learned that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz was criticized for wearing a hat bearing the U.S. Army Special Forces crest, a unit he never served with. Walz was New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy's guest at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford to see a Bruce Springsteen concert. The two governors were joined by former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke and Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. During the show, a picture of the Minnesota governor wearing a camo hat featuring the Special Forces crest was shared. Some view wearing a hat in support of a military organization as a kind gesture, but it is heavily criticized within military veteran circles. It is frowned upon because it is viewed as misleading people into thinking an individual served with a specific unit. Several military soldiers and veterans took to social media to criticize the Democratic nominee for vice president for the military faux pas. A U.S. Army Green Beret wrote on X, "Hey Tim Walz, this you? Do you often wear a crest even though you were only National Guard with 0 deployments, never went through SFS or the Q course, and by all accounts never even worked with Special Forces?" Another X-user commented, "As a 20-plus-year veteran, Tim Walz knows how offensive it is for someone to wear the insignia of a unit they weren't a part of, especially the 1st Special Forces Command, Airborne. Time for an apology and promise never to do it again. Shame on you, Walz." Vice President Kamala Harris' running mate has been criticized for stolen valor and embellishing his military service record in recent weeks, with the Donald Trump campaign using the criticism to their advantage against the Harris/Walz ticket. In his 25 years of service, Walz never served in a combat zone. He served in an artillery unit of the Minnesota National Guard, but he was deployed for a short time to Italy during the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. Walz also faced criticism for his bizarre mannerisms during a recent campaign rally in Las Vegas. In a video circulating on X, the Minnesota governor can be seen joyously clapping as the crowd of thousands went wild. He also awkwardly gestured with his hands throughout his entire speech at the stump. While some critics suggested the former teacher had villain energy, others suggested he had jazz or spirit fingers.